So, long time ago at QVC, when I was a host, we used to, in garden season, offer these giant wind spinners, and usually they were brought in by Plow and Hearth. We don't do those anymore, and you've seen several on air lately that are smaller. This is a big, heavy-duty wind spinner, which just looks spectacular in your yard. It is absolutely beautiful. I like to say with the trowel design, it kind of scoops up the sunshine in your garden as it spins around and creates a really captive, show-stopping display in your garden. It's unique, it's fun, and you won't find this anywhere else but here. We started the season with about 4,000 of them, and fewer than 500, and only in the galvanized. So we did have a multicolor, it's gone. The galvanized I wanted to do as a choice because a lot of you like that more rustic look, that sort of farmhouse look to decorate within your garden. We have done that really pretty sunflower appeal in the front in bright colors, but the rest is done in a galvanized paint. So this is not galvanized steel. This is a base metal that we have painted with galvanized paint, and it is corrosion and rust resistant, chip resistant. It's safe to have it outdoors. You could have it outside really 4 seasons out of the year if you want to have a little display even in the winter time in your garden. They will spin in different directions. They might spin quickly or slowly depending on how the breeze is. You can hear that they don't make a rattling sound. They're very high quality and very easy to assemble. You're going to put the pole together and then you're going to attach the two trowel spinners to either end of the T-bar at the top. You get all the little nuts and bolts that you need. Very easy to follow instructions. It'll just take you a few minutes to put this together. And when you do put it together, it is 74 inches high. So that is 6'2". If you want it to be big and tall out in your garden, in a far corner or overlooking, your large mulch bed area, displayed in the front yard or backyard where people can see it from the street. But if you'd like it to be shorter, all you have to do is eliminate the middle portion of the pole. The pole comes in 3 segments. So you just take the middle portion out, and now you can have a spinner that's more like 4 feet tall, and that might be easier for you to put in a giant whiskey barrel pot or something if you'd prefer to do that. But these are just absolutely stunning, and again, put it where you can see it from your kitchen window or wherever you like to look out into your yard or your garden. This is kind of a finishing touch to all of your hard work. I put one of these together when we used to sell them, as I said, years ago. Not this one is mine and new this year, but years ago I bought one for my mom and dad that was of this size, and I sent it to their house, and when I went down to visit on the train, as you know I like to do, I put it together for them, and it's still years later in the same corner of their backyard, surrounded by mom's pots of flowers, and they can look out of their back bedroom window and see it spinning at any point. It stays out there year-round in North Carolina. They don't bring it in for the winter. It still works and looks like new. I haven't had to tighten anything on it, and we've got the same exact quality on this one. It just makes you smile, and again, don't worry about the assembly because, as I mentioned, it's really easy to put together. The whole thing weighs only a little over 7 pounds too, so it's not something big and heavy that you're going to need help lugging it around the yard. As I said, it's outdoor safe and fade resistant, rust resistant, chip resistant. It can be out in the sun, it can be out in the rain. Now, if you're having a hurricane or gale force winds or a tornado, you may want to just go out, and I'll show you, you can just lift the top portion. I won't do it here on the set, but everything is in segments. So you can just lift the top portion off and lay it on the ground if you're worried it's going to be too windy and it might damage it. But that's only if you've got like a super strong storm coming through, and you might not even have to do it in that case. It doesn't take a lot of wind to spin it. Even a slight breeze will make it do just like a little, sometimes you'll just see it doing a little spin like this. And, even then it looks really pretty and it will go in opposite directions. But if you've got a windy day or it's nice and breezy, you'll see, this wonderful magical look of that old-fashioned-y kind of a farmhouse kind of a look like you would see the old-fashioned windmills spinning on a farm. And I just love that effect for the galvanized steel as well. Also, the galvanized is neutral. So if you don't want to have multicolor because you'd like something that's not quite as flashy, I love the galvanized because it sparkles in the sun. it looks really rustic. So again, what you're seeing in the video, the multicolor is gone. The galvanized also coordinates with my little animals with lanterns that are also galvanized that are coming up at the end of the show. And you saw a little peek of that combination in the video as well. So you could have Bunny holding his lantern right at the base of this beautiful spinner if you wanted to. So we'll have that coming up for you a little bit later. Right now, there are only 450 left to go around. This is another item that's on clearance, and you're saving $21 on this clearance price. It's a really great savings. You're also getting 3 easy payments of less than $20. So please take advantage of that. This is one of those other items that we had to look really hard for it and get it made for you with the trowels. That was our own design idea to do the garden trowels, which I think is adorable. But we can't get this made for you anymore. So if you want it, please grab the last few hundred that we have remaining, and that'll be it forever. Again, Girl Next Door is all about whimsy and sophistication, and a lot of times we incorporate pollinator themes. My live plant collection is all very pollinator friendly. My logo that you can see on my apron is a beautiful sunflower, and so we've kind of done a little touch of that on the center of this wind spinner. All the things that I've brought you in the decorative part of my collection all coordinate with each other, so you can really make an adorable display in your yard. So that is the 75-inch tall, I should say, garden trowel wind spinner on clearance and saving $21 while they last.